look how many I got from that harvest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, that's too many for me. I think we'll probably need to pickle them or something, or give a few away. Oh, there's another one I didn't pick. That's 6. So you got your cucumbers in. You're thinking about planting them. You're getting ready. You're doing lots of things. Maybe you're up to a stage like me where you're harvesting already and you figure it out. You've got, oh, I've made some mistakes here. I reckon I could do this a bit better. Now, we've got this, it's a potted style cucumber that they generally promote to grow in pots and small spaces. And I'm just about to harvest a nice big cucumber. Oh, look at that. Now, if that interests you, and you want to get something like that on your kitchen plate every day and learn from one of my mistakes, well, not so much a mistake, but something I believe I can improve on over time, then watch this video, guys, because this is going to be really awesome for you and super helpful going into the future as you grow more food that are even similar to this crop. All right, let's get into it, shall we? All right, so we're out here near the Victory Garden, just in our front yard, and I started most of the cucumbers out here in a variety of different ways. And some of them are doing okay, some not so good. And I want to show you the comparison between the plants and why I believe some are doing well and some aren't. And you can learn from that and learn about cucumbers. And you can even work with this with pumpkins and different things that are in the same family. Now, if you've been watching the Victory series, I've just got to put my, I've got underneath my arms there, my secateurs, getting them ready. V for Victory, guys. If you've been watching the show and watching the series, V for Victory. Now, we do have cucumbers getting ready for the Victory Garden, but what I want to do is I'm trying to show you in advance things to do, so I'm growing ahead of you best I can to help you not make the mistakes that I did and learn from my tips and tricks and implement them as your time is coming into it. So if you're subtropical and temperate, this is still really for you. Now, we've got like these worm farms here. Now I'm cleaning up all this area, so a lot of work ready to be done in here. If you haven't seen the video where I actually went through and started to tidy up these eggplants because they're getting attacked by pests, check that out. Now we've got a cucumber down here not doing so great. The worm farm's been neglected a bit because I've been so busy with other projects, and you know, there's edibles in here, but I'm not that excited about it. Now over here, this one was doing absolutely fantastic, and he's slowed down, he's done the ghost because it's sort of lost its nutrition in here. I haven't really been feeding it that well. Yeah, I'll close that worm farm up a bit so we can see that a bit more. And you can see we've got some sort of like, it's not as healthy as it should be, but it is still producing. Look at this, 2 big massive cucumbers that I totally missed. I didn't even see them. I've been looking and going, how did I miss those 2 big ones? Because they're the same colour as the plants, and oh wow. Anyway, we'll harvest those. So I'm still happy, still productive, but really it's done its sort of time. It needs new feeding. It needs to be pulled out, all that soil in there, and be refed again, or maybe put a new worm farm in there, something like that. But we've still got cucumbers, right? So very, very happy with the result. And we did get enough out of that plant, but it should be growing as well as the one around the backyard, because that one is absolutely thumping, but it's alive with living soil and it's been treated differently. So it's not performing as good. But we do have other climbing cucumbers, and these ones are called Market More, and they've been planted for the Victory Garden to be growing over this vertical section around here, and quite happy with those. They're starting to sort of, I'll just show you again, because they're starting to get their little vines out now. They're going to start vining up soon, and I've got to get ready to crawl them as soon as they throw those little wispy, whatever they call those little things that tangle on everything, and start getting ready to climb up. I've got to get ready for those. what I want to do is take you back around to the backyard garden and show you something that I believe I could have done to improve it, so I don't miss out on seeing the cucumbers that are going through, to allow more airflow, because you get powdery mildew. You know, we had a lot of rain last night, around about 15 to 20 mil here, and it rained pretty hard. We'll get an explosive growth from that in this garden that we're looking at now, because it would have just got down and got all that moisture into the garden and unlocked a whole lot of nutrients and made it available to the plants. So there'd be an explosion going on. But what I could have done to make it a little bit better is I could have set up like more of a tumbling sort of thing. Like at the moment it's just sort of all falling down and it's going onto the lawn, and I put some sort of like sticks and things around for it to climb up. It didn't really climb up, it's sort of falling over itself because it's quite thick and heavy. So I'll show you what I mean. Now this is where we harvested just before, and it's all falling down onto the lawn here. We do have some sort of crawling up this stick here, as you can see, you know, grabbing onto there, and these will be raised off the ground, which I'm happy about. It didn't really grab onto this one as much, and it didn't really grab onto this one as much, but look here, see, we've got 3 more cucumbers. So 1, 2, I didn't bring my secateurs. 3, 4, 5. Wow, how cool is that? And I couldn't even see them. I'd been in there a few times, and when you get explosive growth with cucumbers, they just take off. And I believe what I could have done is put some type of rolling grid, like maybe use some dog wire or something and rolled it up and put it on there so it would grow over the top of it and roll over it, instead of having stakes for it to climb up, because they're more of a compact variety. Then I could get my hands in there and have them off the ground. Now, when we've got bales here, they don't get really very dirty, but they were sitting on top of compost, so to speak. So anyway, let's get back to the plant. We've got this nice big harvest, so I've got to come back and grab that in a little while. And look, there's more. Look, I haven't even got that one. Look, I better get that one too, because it's starting to get a bit of a yellow belly. And we don't want to exhaust the plant, because if I don't get them off, the plant's thinking, oh, I've made seed, I'm going to give up the ghost, I've had enough. So it's crawling this way, and it's latched on. It hasn't even latched onto this pole here. It's just sort of running over this way. Look at the fungi coming up underneath this, guys. Look, how exciting is that? This soil is just alive, and that's why it's doing so well. Now, I should have something where I can put down underneath here and let it roll over the top. So I'll probably look around the garden and see what I've got for it to roll over and I can get my hands in. I think it's got a fair way to go yet, as long as I keep harvesting the cucumbers before they get too big and don't let the plant think that it's succeeded of making seed. And then I'll be pretty excited about that. Now, the plant is growing a few different ways. So it's growing down this way, and it's growing out this way into the lawn. Now, look at the size of the leaves, guys, compared to my hand. And they're not dying off too much just yet. You can see they've still got good colour in them. They're still quite healthy, and usually when they get to this size, they sort of start dying back a bit. And really super excited about that. And I'm pretty sure the plant's spilling this way over towards the zucchini as well. So I think I can save it to keep it producing for much longer. Any ideas on what I can use? I need to roll something up. Maybe I can find some secondhand chicken wire or something around the place. I do have a lot of old dog wire lying around that I'm pretty sure I can use for that. Now listen, guys, what I'm trying to do, as I said at the beginning of this content, is I'm working on ways to grow ahead of you. And I want to do that so I can put these practices and things into place. Now, the cucumber that you're looking at, remember, is like the potted type of cucumber, that they're sort of more of a dwarf variety. They're really good for small spaces and containers. If you got it in a container, you could get it up high and make it spill down a staircase or something like that, and just keep feeding the container, and then you wouldn't have that issue that I've got. Even though I wouldn't call it an issue, I'm just looking at ways that I can improve the system. Now, we do have some content coming up about the giant zucchini that we're growing here, and I want to show you the size of the leaves here. Whoa, look at that. Yep. And more about how I'm going forward and growing stuff. We're talking, got some trellising things coming up with the pumpkins that we've got to do around the front and start trellising up those plants up the Victory Garden area. Now, if you're copying me for the Victory Garden thing, think about what I've spoken about there, growing in a container, some way for it to roll onto, or you've got to be out sort of tying it up sort of all the time and training it in the right direction to keep them off the ground and allow as much airflow as possible around your plant to get the best health. And if you're growing in containers, liquid feed, at least like a light liquid feed every few days to really get an onset of growth. We've got a lot more content coming your ways, guys. We're going to teach you how to grow a ton of food, and so stay tuned, watch the videos that you need to watch, and we'll see you at the next one real soon, because, mate, it's going down here at Marty's Garden. All right, but for now, whew, hey, and don't forget, there's other videos around here, just around, you know, like in the area around here. You'll see it so on the window. Make sure you click on one of those, because, yeah, it really helps the channel. Bye.